City Limits. We have a great show planned for you today. We're heading back to Nashville, Tennessee to visit the home of the Sun Recording Studio, where it all started for Elvis Presley and many of the rockabilly greats, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, many others. So stick around.
We're in Marion Kesker's office in Sun's studio, a studio that was home to the earliest recordings of people like Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, and B.B. King. I'm Dan Telfer, and I am with Cora Pitt, one of the tour guides here at Sun Studios.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about this room and walk us around?
Yes. Sam Phillips, the recording engineer here, had this room from 1950 to 1960. At that time, you know, the cool music around Memphis was blues. It was happening on Beale Street. Nobody in town was really out recording it. You knew that if you could find the white boy that could sound like a black guy, he'd make his million. That's when Elvis Presley came along. He was right about that.
Well, that's all right, Mama. That's all right for you.
So July 5th, 1954 is when Elvis Presley came on in and made that legendary recording, That's All Right, Mama, which led him to stardom. Scotty Moore, who was a guitar player, stood over here on this X. He was a lead guitarist. And then Bill Black, the upright bass player, stood right there, holding the floor from his bass stand. This is an original Shure 55 vocal mic Sam used in the studio. And before he passed away in 2003, he gave us one and wanted all of the tourists, everybody take pictures with it. He told us Elvis Presley sang into it. So it's the Elvis microphone, and we let people lick and kiss the thing if they really want to.
Wow.
They're that diehard of an Elvis fan. But this piano Jerry Lee used to record with. He put his cigar out right here to make his mark. Jerry Lee Lewis. The most famous rock band in the world came in 1988 and recorded 3 songs for the Rattle and Hum record. And so we have Larry Mullen's drum kit.
Part of the genius, whatever, thing about Sun Studio is that this is the same room. It's unbelievable, you know, when you actually walk in and this is the same room. It's not recreated. The whole Sun sound was just raw, kind of guys getting together, banging on things. Sam Phillips, just a crazy guy with, you know, some ideas. A bunch of crazy musicians that were doing whatever they wanted to do.
What recordings here do you really love?
There's a track by Carl Perkins called Her Love Rubbed Off, and it's just him sounding drunk in the studio. I don't know if he is, but it's amazing. It's just him kind of mumbling and free, and the guitar comes in and out. And that's just one of the best things that ever came out of here, I think.
Bob Dylan came in one day, and there was a tour going on in here. Came right over there and kissed the Elvis X. And then he walked out. The tour guide runs after him and stops him in the middle of the street. He's like, Mr. Dylan, you know, I'm a huge fan. And Dylan turns to him, and he's like, well, son, we all have our heroes. And then he just walks right off. Dylan.
Welcome back. Wasn't that a great tour? While we were back there, they shared a video with me of Elvis Presley's first recording. And it had been lost for many, many years. And in this video, they had played it for the first time since, I believe, 1956. And it's really kind of cool, a piece of history. So stick around, I hope you enjoy it.
Well, that's all right, Mama. That's all right for you. That's all right, Mama. Just any way you do it, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right, Mama. Any way you do. Well, Mama, she done told me. Papa done told me too.
Wow. Wow. All right, thank you, sir. It's in amazingly good shape.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't think it's been played very much.
Well, the great cool thing
I think is that's the Prisoner's
Yes.
label upside down.
Yeah, that must have been what they had there at the time. They just, yeah. Yeah, there's some rough spots on it. I think it's going to clean up well. Mm-hmm. I usually transfer them wet. If you're okay with that, there's nothing that I see that's going to create a problem with it.
Mineral oil or just water?
I just use distilled water. that label's about to come off.
Is it really? Oh, I was just gonna say, I'd love to like lift it up with some tweezers and look at it. Anyhow.
That.
That's right. Oh yeah. It saves.
Softly and tenderly.
Softly and tenderly, the prisoners.
Evening shadows make me blue.
What are you listening for, Alan? When
I'm listening for surface noise right now.
Different widths of stylus.
Yeah, different depths,
Needles?
different elliptical or conical. It depends on where it rides in the groove.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it either up, below, or above the wear. All right, I'm ready to lay this one down.
Evening shadows make me blue when each weary day is through. How I long to be with you, my happiness.
Welcome back. That was a fascinating tour. You know, recently I got an email asking me about my guitar, which kind of surprised me because they wanted to know the year and the model and so on, and I really didn't know what year it was. In about 1972, 71, 72, my older brother gave me this guitar as a present, and I remember what he said when he bought it. He said, "If you're going to compete with Jim Croce, you better have a really good guitar." So I looked this up online, and it turns out it's a 1971 Martin D18. It was on the road with me for at least 30 years. I played it every night, and I've had it refretted and some work done on it a few times, and it's just a great old guitar. And I leave it out of the case as much as I possibly can so that it'll have a chance to breathe, but it gets that great sound, that used kind of a just that great Martin sound. And but anyway, that's the story on my guitar. So I hope you enjoyed the tour we did of Elvis Presley's Sun Records. And as I said, you can see behind me here my Elvis mic. And it's kind of fun to have some of that old memorabilia around. And of course the jukebox in back of me. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. This is Bob Green at Vacaville City Limits with a special announcement of an event that's coming up that I'm hoping that you'll come by and be a part of it. It's going to be in Vacaville downtown at Fuso's Italian Restaurant. What we're going to do there is turn June, the month of June, into Cabaret Sundays. That's right, Cabaret Sunday. Every Sunday in June, we'll be there with my show and dinner and a nice night together. It's going to be the music of Neil Diamond, and the show starts around 7 o'clock. Dinner time about 5:45, so get your reservations early. It's every Sunday in June at Fuso's in downtown Vacaville. It's Cabaret Sunday, dinner and show. This is Bob Green. Thanks for listening. I look forward to seeing you then.
Sun goes down on my side of town. Lonely feeling comes to my door, and the whole world turns misty blue. There's a rundown bar across the railroad track, a table for two way in the back, where I sit alone and think of losing you. I spend most every night beneath the light of the neon moon. If you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely to watch your broken dreams dancing under the beams of the neon moon. It's always fun to play some of the country greats. That was an old song by Brooks and Dunn. And I was recently watching YouTube, and I ran across George Strait singing that song, and I remembered, wow, I used to sing that years ago. So took time and relearned it, and it's a fun song. So from time to time here on the show, we're going to try to do share some of the music that I'm doing and some of the things that's going on around town. And we're coming into our summer season, I guess you would call it, in Vacaville. And we have the downtown plaza that they have country festivals coming up, and then of course Friday night entertainment, Wednesday afternoon they have entertainment out there during the lunch hour. And then near the end of May, the Creek Walk series starts, and that's a great series. Every Friday night, live bands are out there at the plaza, and usually 6,000 to 8,000 people are up there, so it's a pretty nice event. And they have food trucks and so on. And then this year again, they're bringing back the Food Truck Wednesdays, and I think there's 4 of them. But if you go on my website, yourvacaville.com, it has all the information about what's going on and around town. And of course, don't want to leave out the Vacaville Performing Arts Theater. That's where we do our Christmas show every year, and it's a great theater, a little 500-seat theater, and great sound, not a bad seat in the house, and we have a lot of really good entertainment comes through. So look it up on the website and see if there's something that might interest you, and head on out to the theater. So this is Ron George for Vacaville City Limits, and I'll see you around town.